There's nobody in here. Wasn't anything, just me. And I was standing still when I started hearing the footsteps and turned around to look, and nobody here.
Hi, I'm Bob Geyer. Welcome to Ogden Union Station and the Legends of Union Station Ghost Tours. Since 1924, nearly 100 years, Ogden Union Station has been the center of Ogden's social life, business life, and, of course, paranormal. While you're here on a tour, there are some simple rules we'd like to make sure you heed to ensure a safe and enjoyable experience. Do not wander from your group. No running. Use flashlights when told. Do not touch museum pieces. If you break something, do not hide it. Tell your guide. Warn the person next to you when taking a picture. If you need to leave, ask for assistance. No foul language. No alcohol. And nobody under the age of 14. Number one rule is to make sure you're safe and have fun and enjoy yourself.
Alrighty folks, it's Farrell with Crowd Surfing down here at Union Station for the Paranormal Tours, and this thing is cool. I can like see in the dark, I can see everybody, but and anyway, we're down here for the Paranormal Tours. Let's take a walk around, let's talk to some people, and let's find out what it's all about. Alrighty, I'm here with
Michelle Burnett.
And Michelle, can you tell me a little bit about what it is you're doing down here tonight?
We are doing Legends of Union Station, formerly Night at the Museum. We are selling tickets. They're $16.50 per ticket, and they go on a 45-minute tour. And you learn a little bit about the history of the station, also about some of the paranormal events that our investigators have encountered while they've been down here.
Alrighty, I'm here with
Judd.
And you work here at the Ogden Union Station, correct?
Yes.
And have you ever had anything weird happen? Yeah. Oh, crazy. Yeah. What's something crazy you've had happen down here?
Let's see. One night I had. It was actually before my wedding. When I held my reception here.
So getting married was creepy?
Yeah, just right up there.
Alrighty, I am here with
Jamie.
And can you tell me a little bit about what it is you're doing down here?
We're doing tours for paranormal tours for the ghosties here in the Union Station. It's pretty exciting.
So have you ever seen anything here at Union Station? Have you ever saw any?
There have been a few little weird things. The faucet upstairs in the bathroom turned itself on one day, and doors swung closed. But I mean, that's possibly just, it's an old building and stuff is rickety, so I don't know.
So they let you go down in the basement, upstairs, everywhere?
Yes. Yep, it's one of the few times a year that we allow people down in our basement.
What? You let people down there all the time? I think it'd be great.
There's a lot of stuff down there.
There is a lot of stuff down there, huh? Alrighty, well, hey, I appreciate you talking with me. Thank you for your time. Did you just pull my shirt? She just pulled my shirt. Well, hey, if it was, you did, right?
Nope.
Alrighty, well, thanks for talking with me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks.
What happened was, at night, I locked up the building, locked as tight as I can go. And I set the alarm system on. We had alarms going off, and it showed that somebody was walking through the lobby, down the hallway, through the doors, into the breezeway, and then came back. And when the police and my manager came down, nothing was there. Nothing. The doors got forced open. Nothing.
Really, like the motion detectors were?
Yeah, just picked it all up, and it showed that the person was walking through doors, through everything.
Really? So maybe they're just like a random homeless person made it in.
If they can go through a locked door that's on the other side of them, sure.
So what about the people that come through? Are they scared? Or is there anybody that's like scared and freaked out that you've seen?
There have been a few people, and I think they had the impression we were going to jump out at them. There was one lady who wouldn't take her coat off because she thought a ghost would touch her, so that was pretty funny.
You're going to jump out like a haunted house or something?
Yeah, I think they were waiting for us to jump out. It's not what we do.
But it would be fun.
It would be fun.
I think I'm going to try that.
You should.
All righty, well, thank you for talking with me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm here with my good buddy Cordell. Cordell, what do you got going on down here?
It's Paranormal Tours. It's Legends at Union Station.
So, you've investigated here once or twice?
About 14 times.
Oh, really? So
Twice, yeah.
So, what is the I don't want to say creepy. What's happened to something that you can't explain what it is?
There's been multiple things. Back in the theater back here, we've had several doors, and they're on the hydraulic hinges. So as they close, they slow down.
Yeah.
We've had those slam and nobody there. That I can't explain because those type of hinges, they just don't do that.
Well, maybe they had a malfunction. Hydraulic fluid, there's an air bubble or something in them.
We tested them and they were fine. So
have you ever had because I think the big mystery of Union Station is the basement where the vaults are. Have you ever had anything down there weird?
Yeah, actually, one night I was putting the supplies away. And then, I'm the only person on the side. It's 5 o'clock, building's locked up, just doing my job. And I actually heard footsteps around the corners where we have our air conditioning supply station over there. Walked over to her footprints, went there, nothing. Next thing I noticed, I'm hearing it behind me, turned around, nothing. And I was just chasing noises around the basement.
Really, that is pretty creepy, actually. So, alrighty, well, hey, I appreciate you talking to me. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Alrighty, I'm here with
Andrea, Valerie,
Cameron.
And I heard that you guys just barely made it in the tour. There was just enough room for you guys, right?
Yeah.
So, what intrigued you to come down here and check this out?
Because I've never, I've lived here my whole life, but I've never really learned or, knew what was real about the Union Station. I've just heard little stories, so I wanted to...
And what about you?
Well, I just, the same thing. I've heard a whole bunch of stuff that's happened in the history, and people experienced a whole bunch of things, and I don't know, it just brought my attention to come here and see if I experienced stuff,
And this guy come to dance, right? Is that what it?
I guess so, but I just came here just to see ghosts.
Have you ever been scared, way wigged out? Is there any place you won't ever go again? Not just here at Union Station, but anywhere that you've investigated?
There's one location, and it's not because I was scared or anything. My problem was I don't really remember the investigation, and that was down in Santaquin, and it was the Leslie Family Tree restaurant.
You don't remember the investigation?
No, I only remember small parts of it, and I've watched the video, and I looked drunk and couldn't stand up, and I don't know what happened, and I honestly don't remember, probably about 80-85%, and that freaks me out because you don't have any control.
Alrighty, I'm here with
Tracy.
And Tracy, can you tell me what it is that you're doing down here at Union Station?
I am helping out Paranormal Pulse as far as doing the ghost tour investigations.
So, you've been doing this, what is your second night, right?
Yes.
And have you seen anything this weekend that is weird?
Seen anything? No, but we have heard some creepy noises.
Well, that could just be your stomach growling.
It could be. I don't know. I don't think it growls that high pitched though. So
after talking with Cordell here and the stuff that he told you, what do you think of that kind of stuff?
It scares me. It makes me real scared.
Did you listen to the EVPs?
Yeah.
They're pretty cool, huh?
Interesting, yeah.
So have you guys ever thought about maybe joining a paranormal group and trying it out?
Oh, no. I'd be real negative. I'd leave.
Well, what about you?
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting, learning their stories behind them and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to.
How about you?
Yeah, probably just to make them mad or...
What do you think? You couldn't remember the investigation?
I'm not sure. I didn't feel anything, so I'm not going to sit here and say that it was some force or anything. I don't remember feeling anything bad. I just don't remember it. And I look drunk. And I swear, you know me, I don't drink, Farrell, right?
Me either. We're good, yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
All righty, Cordell. Hey, I appreciate your time. Thank you for talking with me.
Sir, appreciate it.
I know last year you went on a tour, and can you tell me what happened then?
last year when I went into the ballroom, I got a very eerie feeling, which I actually got again tonight going in there. And I took 3 pictures of the same wall, and there was a figure in all 3 of them.
Really? So, do you think it could have been a reflection maybe out of a mirror or something?
You know, we actually looked tonight, and the wood is warped a little bit where the picture was taken, but it doesn't explain the feet that come down and hit the carpet. So we still are pretty certain.
I don't know. I'm going to have to study that picture a little bit and see.
You can look at it. I'll show you.
Alrighty, very good. Alrighty, well, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You probably have to have her protect you, huh?
Just make them mad just to see if like they'd actually do stuff, because I'm always the type to just like be like, if you're gonna do it, then do it. So I want to see if they'll do it.
You know, I've been on a couple of them, and I think the same thing. I'm gonna go up there, and but then you hear we tell stories about, I got scratched or something, and I'm really a skeptic. I really don't think it's true, but then there's a part of me that's like, well, maybe it is. Maybe I better not make them mad, huh? Alrighty, guys. Well, hey, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for talking with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're going to show you a little documentary about one of the things that did happen at Union Station.
A freight train lumbers out of the Ogden train depot and into the cold, black air. A short time later, the first section of the Pacific Limited passenger train, with 18 cars full of sleeping holiday travelers and soldiers on furlough, rolls towards San Francisco. Minutes later, the second section of the Pacific Limited, packed with 20 cars of express mail, edges along the shores of the Great Salt Lake. About 15 miles out, on a causeway above the lake, tragic circumstances begin to unfold. The freight train develops trouble and signals. The first section of the Pacific Limited responds by slowing down, but the second section train keeps barreling into the ill-fated frigid night.
The worst train wreck of 1944. It occurred in Utah as the year closed. In the dimness of early morning, a speeding passenger train, for some unknown reason, ran through a whole series of signals and piled up on a passenger train moving slowly on the tracks. The impact ripped crowded coaches into tangled wreckage, and we see the debris of a tragic horror.
Lewis Campbell was a fireman aboard the Pacific Limited first section train. He found the dead engineer from the second section train as steam from ruptured lines seeped into the exposed wreckage.
Everybody that wasn't dead was screaming, "Oh, God, help me." There's lots of screaming for help.
Fortunately, the Pacific Limited was carrying 2 Army hospital cars deadheading to San Francisco. Army doctors and nurses scrambled to help the dazed and injured. But for one Utah family, the train wreck would be particularly devastating. William Francis lost a brother, a sister, and 4 other family members in the accident.
I don't know if the steam or whatever it was that got into that car, but from what they could tell me was that she was black. See, they thought she was a black woman.
No one had identified the badly burned body William Francis was speaking about, but William's wife at the time, Millie Francis, already identified 5 of the family members. Then she recognized the hairdo on the blackened corpse. She had fixed her sister-in-law's hair the day before. It wasn't reported at the time, but family members say their deceased loved ones were robbed of money from their wallets and purses. And though brother-in-laws Jack Francis and Leroy Porter were Southern Pacific employees, there was never any compensation. A court ruled against the family because they had been riding on free passes that night.
They left a lot of scars on the mother and the father, which was my grandpa and grandma. They never got over it, and my aunt and uncle and my mom and dad never got over it.
Passenger trains have faded as a form of transportation, but questions linger over how this tragedy ever happened. Lewis Campbell is still haunted by the horrible collision, and the Francis family keeps praying for the souls of those lost along the shallow waters in snowy tracks more than 50 years ago.
As they brought the bodies back to Ogden for identification, they were brought here as a temporary morgue. People still hear footsteps sometimes, wondering if they had any involvement with that terrible, terrible tragedy.
All right, this is the first stop on the tours at Union Station, and I'm here with
Joe.
And Joe, can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing on this particular station?
I'm telling about Frances, the girl that was killed here by her mom and claimed by her dad, but he had claimed to not know anything about her. So that's what I'm telling the story about around here.
Kind of a creepy story, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of a creepy story. It has different, means behind it, but yeah, that's the main story is that her mom killed her and sent her up to her dad back in 1913, and he supposedly knew nothing about it, but the way they found out the baggage, the bag right behind you, was so bad, such a bad smell that they couldn't stand it any longer, and they had to find out what was in that bag. That's how they found the girl.
Oh wow! So they opened it up and used it in there.
There was a piece of blonde hair sticking out of the side on where you see the opening, and that's how they found out there was a girl in there. Oh, there was supposedly she says that someone broke into the place, her house, and bludgeoned her daughter to death, and then she had to finish her off by chloroforming her. But there's so many stories, I don't know.
It sounds pretty grisly. Alrighty, stop number 2 on the tour. I am here with
Timothy.
And could you tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing in this room?
We're basically telling about the history and the paranormal history of this room, which is basically during World War II. This was used as a temporary morgue. There's claims of shadow figures, full body apparitions, footsteps up on the stage. There's also children up on the stage and behind the stage. And also there are reports of full body apparitions. In the corner behind you, there is also a shadow figure that likes to travel between the projection booth and the corner.
Alrighty, I am here with
Matt Champion.
And can you tell me a little bit about what you've got going on down here tonight?
Yeah, we're doing some Union Station tours here, and we're just going through doing EVP sessions, taking pictures. We're also showing off our evidence here at the booth. We do have some stuff from here at the Union Station, like this up here. This photo here was taken in the Wadis Dumkey room. Can you zoom up a little bit, please? Right there. There is a woman in white appearing to stand in between those two pictures, and down by that little circle there, there's a little boy standing by those tables. That was taken a couple years ago here.
Are you with the paranormal group? Do you investigate here? So at the Union Station, what kind of things have you had happen that's kind of weird?
The biggest thing, I think, we've been back in the annex back there. I don't know if you've been at the stage there, but we've been back in the annex and we saw what happened to be a shadow. We were standing there. There happened to be no trains at the time going by there, but we saw a shadow go by on the wall. And we tried to debunk it, but there was just no way that we could debunk it. We just found it. Yeah.
Just creepy stuff like that, huh?
Yeah.
So have you been investigating? Have you personally ever seen anything in this particular room?
I've caught the shadow figure in the corner. The very first time I was here, I've seen a full body apparition behind the stage.
Really, kind of creepy out.
Yeah. No, I've had experiences my whole life.
So. Oh, really? So, alrighty. Well, hey, I will let you get back giving the tours, but thank you for talking with me.
Thank you.
This over here, another thing of evidence I got. This was at Brigham City in the Indian schools. I was taking a picture, and right above Matt's head, there was an orb with a face in it. If you look at it a little bit closer, you'll be able to see it. But here at the Union Station, we're just doing our EVP sessions and showing everybody the haunted stories of the Union Station.
We've had things happen in that ballroom, not ballroom, but the stage area. The most we've had in there, we've had noises coming from that stage all the time. We had last week, at the matter of fact, we had a scratching noise right when we were on stage, taking tour up there, heard a scratching noise, and then the guy who was with us, his K2 started to go off.
Oh, really? So something up there, huh?
Something.
Alrighty. Well, hey, I appreciate your time. You're busy, so thank you for talking with me.
No problem.
Alrighty, stop number 3 on the tour. I am here with
Gene.
And can you tell me a little bit about what it is that you're telling people in this particular part of the building?
This is the platform where they call it the annex. This is where they used to receive the mail, had to bring it in and be sorted. There was a story here of a lady named Mamie that was getting ready to leave town. There was a man named Josh that was in love with her and didn't want her to leave. He came down here to the train station, shot her in the chest, went out behind one of the trains and shot himself in the head and committed suicide. She later died on her way to the hospital.
Wow, that's kind of crazy, huh?
Sure.
I don't know if I'd like anybody that much.
I don't know.
So, what is like the scariest thing I don't even know if scary is the right word, but what's the scariest, creepiest, weirdest thing you've ever experienced? Something that you're like, or even a place that you don't even want to go back to because it freaked you out too bad?
I'm not really scared of anything Union Station or otherwise for haunted stories. 2 years ago, though, my sister, who's down in the basement, as a matter of fact, she was doing an EVP session with a bunch of high school girls, and when they were down there, they asked, is anybody here with us? And they said, I'm right behind the door. And the cellar door slammed shut, which we do have an EVP of that right here on the website. So that...
Really, that is pretty creepy, huh?
Yeah.
We are at stop number, I do believe it's number 4, but this is my favorite part of the Union Station is the vaults downstairs. They're old, they're big, they're heavy, and it's really cool. And yeah, they're just bizarre. Alrighty, I'm here with
Melissa.
And can you tell me a little bit about what it is that you're doing down here tonight?
Telling everyone what all the stories that's happened down here and the history of the Union Station and the original platform of the whole building.
So, and you've investigated here before, correct?
Yes.
So can you tell me, have you investigated in this building?
Yes,
in
we have.
In particular, what have you seen personally that's really weird?
In the whole building?
Yeah, even in this, have you seen anything in this area?
Annex here, there was stories of a gentleman that get in the corner over here that was dressed in a uniform leaning up against the wall. There was a cool picture on, you can find it on the internet. We actually got that during one of our investigations. We get a lot of coldness through here. We get a lot of voices, things like that.
Right on. Very good. Alrighty. Well, hey, you're busy, so I'll let you get back to work, but thank you for talking with me.
Thank you.
Janae and Kendra had a chance to talk to a couple of people, so let's go see what they had to say.
So we are here with Nikki Wayment, and she had a couple experiences in the Union Station. She's here to share it with us.
So my friend was in the bathroom, right out here, the women's bathroom right outside the restaurant, and she had gone in by herself and closed the door, and she heard the door open and footsteps come in, and then she finished and was getting ready to leave and realized that she was in there all by herself.
I'm here with a security guard at the Union Station Ghost Tours, and he had something scary happen to him just tonight. Can you tell me what you were saying earlier?
Well, it wasn't scary. It was just somebody following me around out on the platform. There wasn't anybody around. Turned around to see who it was, and nobody there.
Mm-hmm. Have you had this happen to you before?
Not here.
We are here with
Mason Hill.
So can you tell us about anything exciting that happened in the building?
Nothing really happened. I just learned a lot from history that I really didn't know before I came here, and hoping that I would have saw something. But I took a lot of pictures, so maybe I might see something from those pictures.
So can you tell us about your personal experience? Did you have fun? Was it positive?
Oh, it was great. We want to come back and do one of the guest guest investigations with the organization and get a chance to have some more sort of quiet, in-depth time and work out all the equipment and stuff. I think it'll be really fun.
Only doing security during the ghost tours. I've been here since they started, and every night, and this is the first time I've ever heard anything that wasn't there.
Mm-hmm. And was that on the stage?
No, it was out on the railroad platform.
So is there anything scary or you freaked out at all?
Yeah, the downstairs was pretty intense. It was pretty crazy. Brought chills down my spine.
Yeah?
For sure. Yeah.
So would you recommend this to any of your friends?
Yeah, because you learn a lot, and it was really just so scary. I think they like it.
So you didn't pee your pants or anything? Not that scary?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks for talking with us.
No problem.
So would you recommend this to any of your friends? And if so, why?
I think so, because first of all, I think most people are intrigued by the paranormal, but I like that there was a lot of interesting history about Ogden and sort of entwined in it too, and I think that was really kind of informative. I learned a lot of things that I didn't know. So, yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thanks for talking with us.
Thanks.
Alrighty, I'm here with
Lindsay, Yuri.
And could you tell me a little bit about what you've got going on down here?
Yeah, we're 4 Element Paranormal, and we're down here to give tours for the legends.
So, what kind of places have you guys investigated?
We're from Salt Lake City, but we do everywhere from Santa Quinn up to here. And we've done City County Building down in Salt Lake, Perry Hotel, Rio Grande, Fort Douglas Museum, the family tree in Santa Quinn, which was on Dead Files, and then, of course, here a couple of times.
So have you ever had anything like super creepy or something happen to you where you're like, I got to go, I don't want to do this anymore?
When the door slammed, I was very creeped out.
Which door slammed?
That one behind me.
Oh, the big vault door.
Yes. Oh, wow. When I did an investigation a few months ago, we got some noises back there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Kind of weird, huh?
Yep.
Alrighty, I'm here with
Jerry Durham.
And Jerry, can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing at this station? I think it's station number 5, as a matter of fact, right?
Yes, station number 5, and what we're doing is we're giving them a little bit of information about different reports, different things that have happened here. The elevator behind me that seems to work on its own accord. The Wallace Dumke room where they've had reports of a small child looking out the window. When they come up to check it, nobody's there.
Have you ever seen anything that's like just so weirded you out you've never wanted to go back, or?
We did a house in Midvale that was kind of set up like the Winchester house. Staircases that went to nowhere, windows that were enclosed with cement, and the family actually moved out that night while we were investigating, but there was a lot of weird shadow figures, got a lot of kill, want to kill, hurt, that kind of stuff on the...
Oh, really crazy stuff, huh?
Crazy stuff there.
Is there any place do you get really spooked, freaked out, you don't ever want to go back to?
I got very spooked out earlier before the first tour came down. I was trying to stir things up a little bit, and I started knocking on things, and all of a sudden I hear a bunch of snapping going on walking that way.
Oh, really? Like finger snapping, or?
Yeah, I was like... And then it would get slower the further it got.
Right on, that's pretty creepy. All righty, well, hey, I appreciate your time. Thank you for talking.
The back of the Browning Museum, where they've had reports of security going in and hearing what sounds like somebody chambering around into one of the weapons.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that before.
Yeah, they had an alarm in there, went in to check it, and while they were in there, it sounded like somebody was chambering around. So they searched the entire building, didn't find anybody. They've reset the alarm, went back outside, and could hear sound like somebody moving around in there again.
So have you ever been scared though, and I ain't going back there?
No, I have yet to be scared and not go back someplace.
I get scared and wet my pants. I don't know.
No, I've had experiences since I was 8, so.
Really? So you're a true believer?
True believer.
Because I'm kind of skeptical about it, you know?
I think you have to have the right amount of skeptic and believer, and you got to be skeptic enough that you're going to do the research and find out other alternatives.
If you come up under here, those guys always scare me. They claim that over there is the original foundation of the original building. Pretty creepy place. So you've investigated at the Union Station before, correct?
Yes, I have.
What is an experience that you've had personally while investigating here?
I've had in the hallway where the wood floor is, I've heard footsteps coming up behind me. I turn around, there wasn't anybody there. Different sounds like somebody jiggling a door handle when you're walking down the carpeted hall right over here. Things like that.
Huh, just bizarre things, huh?
Yeah, things that I can't say they're paranormal, but I can't explain them either.
Very well. Alrighty, well, I've got another tour coming probably, so I probably better get back to work, but thanks for talking with me.
Thank you.
Alrighty, this is the final stop on the tour. We're in the Old Timers room. I am here with...
Ariel. Kelly.
Is your name really Ariel?
It really is, yes.
Really?
Yes.
All right, we'll get that out of the way. So could you guys tell me a little bit about what it is that you're doing at this particular station?
We're actually here because of Kelly's experiences here.
Oh, really? What have you seen?
Oh, I've seen lots of things. I've been investigating the paranormal for about 20 years now, and this is one of my favorite spots.
Really, a lot of weird stuff happening in this room?
Oh, yeah. We always get electronic voice phenomena here, and yeah, seeing things.
Alrighty, I'm here with...
Matt.
And Jody.
And you guys just went through the tour, correct?
Right.
So what did you guys think? I thought it was cool. It was cool just to go into the different areas of the building. That part was awesome. We didn't see anything that was, Did
you guys take pictures or anything?
Yeah.
So you have to go home and look and see. Maybe you found something out.
Right. Yeah. I did have a couple pictures that came up with some weird colors, but nothing, no orbs or anything.
Probably your thumb.
Could be.
Alrighty, I'm here with Matt
and Alex.
And you guys just got done doing the tour. What'd you think?
I really liked it. I liked the part that we got to see different parts of the Union Station, and it was pretty neat.
What was your favorite part of the whole tour?
I actually liked when we went upstairs, and you got to see the upstairs of the Union Station. I didn't know there was that much of the Union Station.
It's a pretty big building, huh?
That's huge.
Yeah. I like the vaults just for the fact that you can't go up there. I mean, you can rent the old timers room out, but the vaults you never get to go down there.
That's true. Yeah, the vaults are pretty amazing.
You feel like a rebel going down there, like you're not supposed to be there, waiting for the cops to show up or something.
That's true.
All right, so they were up here trying to debunk the picture, not debunk it, but trying to figure out what could do it. And they said it was war. I wasn't up here, but can you tell me what they said?
Well, they were looking at the wood here because it has little indents of where it was pieced together. So they were checking to see if that would match up with where the legs were in the picture. But if you look in the picture, you can actually see these lines through the legs.
Really? So
They did it by taking pictures, using flash, different angles, and I don't think they were able to recreate it.
So this right here, yeah, 'cause there's light. So right in particular, right here was that picture was taken. How bizarre. So what was the whole entire tour of everything? What was your favorite part?
For me, it was seeing the vaults downstairs. That was just cool.
What about you?
The vaults downstairs.
See, she just says whatever you tell her to say, huh?
That's awesome.
They're right on. Man, how'd you get her to do that?
10 years.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Yeah. I'm gonna have to take some lessons from this guy. He knows what's up. Alrighty, guys. Well, hey, I really appreciate you talking to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So you get a chance to do this next year. You gonna come next year and check it out?
Probably, yeah. I really liked it, yeah.
And what about you? What was your favorite part?
I like the old timers building up at the top with the mirror. You could take pictures in to see.
That's because you're a girl and there's a mirror so you can do your hair, huh?
No, just to see if you could see that ghost in the picture.
Like a little boy or something, right?
Something like that, yeah. I heard that's pretty cool if you see it.
I don't believe it, but some people do, so what can you do? Alrighty, guys. Well, hey, thank you for talking with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So is there any place where you've investigated that you're like, I'm not going back there. That place is too crazy for me?
The crazier, the better.
You ain't scared then, huh?
No. No.
What about you? Have you been investigating or are you just hanging out with Kelly?
I'm still new to the field, so I've only been to a couple places. I've had creepers, but nothing scared me away so much that I won't come back yet.
Oh, really? So you've seen some weird things?
Yeah, I've definitely seen some shadows and heard some strange things.
Well, right on. Alrighty, guys. Well, hey, you're busy. You have another tour coming through, but I appreciate you talking with me.
Oh, thank you.
Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for me. Hey, thanks for watching. If you get a chance, go to Union Station. Check it out. There's some creepy stuff happening.